Hey, what is up, guys? Zone here. Today, I'll be remaking my SSR tier list since after playing the game for 1 month, I have got a different opinion on the heroes. I'll be including Boros now. Some units might go up and some units might go down. Um, this is just a disclaimer. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying this 100% accurate. And I'm gonna be including somewhat of a point system so that I could give you how I rank these units as a whole. So let's just get into the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you get updated whenever I upload new One Punch Man content.
Do it! Just do it!
First off, I'll be starting with Child Emperor because I'm gonna rank him an S. There's no question. I think Child Emperor right now in the meta is the best kind of core unit that you want, and he is actually the best high tech in the game right now. He is really good in either PvP or PvE, which makes him a very it's a very must in your team. So I can't rank Child Emperor any lower than S+. So up next, I'll be talking about Subterranean King. So I think Subterranean King is gonna be at A tier unit. I think he retains his spot. He is a really good damage unit, and he is one of the good duelists you can find for your team. But I guess the constraints of this hero is that once you are farther on the game, most of the units is gonna be tankier than you expect. So when you go farther, I think Subterranean King is not gonna be performing as well as he is when you were playing early to mid game, when you reach this higher point of games. That's why I believe Subterranean King is one of the SSRs that starts to weaken over time. But he's a really good unit if you're really starting the game. You can just chunk down tanks and such. He's really good at chunking down tanks with his burn and his follow-ups. But aside from that, if you can, especially with Golden Balls and Atomic Samurais, even if you build Subterranean King all attack, he's still gonna be irrelevant on the game. So I think Subterranean King is gonna be A at most. And I know a lot of people is gonna argue that Subterranean King is one of the greatest duelists. Yes, he is a good duelist, but compared to the other SSRs in the long run, Subterranean King is a unit that will start to not perform as much as he did in the early games. I've been saying this because I've encountered a lot of Subterranean King users, and they're already in diamonds, and Subterranean King dies in 3 rounds immediately, especially having an Amai mask and a lot of attacks that could hit the back line. Subterranean King is almost just as useless in the game. So next up is gonna be Vaccine Man, and I think Vaccine Man is gonna go lower in the ranks because I'm gonna rank Vaccine Man at B. I think a lot of espers has come to the game, and it's to the point that Vaccine Man has started to mold as a unit that he is almost unnecessary. But Vaccine Man is still gonna be a good unit, especially with his passive. If you're still running that Subterranean King and a lot of DOTs, you can still use Vaccine Man, but you don't use him as carry now. I think he's better suited as a tank now because you don't actually need Vaccine Man to deal the damage. You just want him to get that the DOTs. That's why I think he starts to go down because Vaccine Man starts to become irrelevant in the game once you progress. That's why all Vaccine Man users, I'm really sorry, but Vaccine Man, I think, in this time of the game has severely declined in performance. So, so next up, I'll be talking about Deep Sea King. So this is the most controversial where I ranked him last time, and I think after playing a month, I can now rank him an S. He is now an S tier unit. I cannot rank him any higher because his core passive is most likely more useful in PvP than in PvE. That's just my opinion, and I think he is a really good unit on his own. He can actually dish out a lot of damage, and he can support a lot of comeback with his passive on his skill. And I think he's gonna be a pretty good unit to run, especially in PvP. But I think I cannot rank him any higher because compared to the most of the units I rank in S+, I think he's not on par with them right now. But I think he's a really good unit right now, and I can rank him at around S at most. So next up, I'll be talking about the Lolly.
ご飯にする？お風呂にする？それとも、わたし？
FBI, open up!
So Tatsumaki is still an S+ tier unit. This unit is still by far the best Esper to have in the game, even with the addition of Boros, because what Tatsumaki can bring to your team is really good, especially in terms of multiple damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I think there's no question that Tatsumaki is one of the best Espers you can have in the game right now. So I don't need to explain too much on this hero. So next up, I'll be talking about Carnage Kabuto. So I think Carnage Kabuto is one of the best tanks you can get as well. I think Carnage Kabuto is best suited for PvP, and he is just as well in PvE. His passive is one of the most annoying passives you can encounter in the game, especially if you have a really offensive team comp. I think Carnage Kabuto is gonna help your team a lot more with that reflect damage and then that insane healing on his skill. I think he is one of by far the best tanks you can get. He is still useful even if you don't actually make him cast the skill. That's why I think Carnage Kabuto is an S+ tier unit because he's a really good tank to have. Next up, I'll be talking about Darkshine. So in my opinion, Darkshine is an S+ unit. I think Darkshine is one of the best tanks to have right now in the game. With this unyielding, his protect and his kit, especially his passive, he can be still useful without even casting a skill, and he just gives a lot. He's just the best, one of the best tanks in the game, and I think I cannot rank him any lower than S+ because he's almost a must in most team, especially in PvP. I think he is one of the best units to have in PvP and PvE, so that you could extend fights longer, especially if you have a slower team and a tankier team. I think he is gonna be a unit that you want, and then I think he's gonna be a good counter to Child Emperor users. Because of that minus 40% in ult damage, which makes your front lines a bit tankier without even casting a skill. That's why I think Super Alloy is actually gonna be an S plus tier in this tier list. So next up, I'll be talking about Meltzer Guard. Meltzer Guard, I think he is an A tier unit. I think Meltzer Guard is very less known because of his low drop rates, and very less people know what he can do. So I can't give him any higher or any lower because there's very less known about him. But what I know is Meltzer Guard is a really good support, and he could be a really good tank.
Are you sure about that?
But I think there's nothing more he can actually give to your team. He doesn't make your team much tanky. He doesn't he just heals. He's gonna be a good pair with the Dr. Genos and such. But aside from that, I don't think Meltzer Guard gives so much for the team. So next up, I'll be talking about Gloribas. So I think Gloribas earned an S tier in this tier list. I think Gloribas is actually one of those unknown heroes because of how hard Gloribas can be gotten. He cannot be got from the draws. You just buy him in the mystery shop for 80 shards. I think that's actually really hard to get, and I think he lives up to it. That damage and that support is actually really good, but I cannot rank him any higher in this tier list just because of the reason that unless you're pay to win, you can't get Gloribas. Let's just face that fact. So I'm gonna be ranking them as well as how feasible these units can be gotten. So I think since Gloribas is almost exclusively available to pay to win players, and not a lot of players are pay to win, I think he is by far a bit lower, but I think he is one of the best espers you can have. But yeah, he's gonna be a really good support, and that is why I rank him around rank S. So next up, I'll be talking about Tank Top Master.
His name is John C.
So I think Tank Top Master is gonna be an S tier unit right now.
Are you sure about that?
I think Tank Top Master is one of the good tanks you can have, but I think Tank Top Master is not gonna be as effective if he's not gonna be trying to cast a skill. And I think he's still gonna be, I think Tank Top is more free to play friendly because you could just buy his shards every day in the arena. So I think he is one of the good SSRs to tanks to run if you have him. He's gonna be really easy to put on your team, and is really flexible. But I don't think compared to the tanks on the S plus tier, I think Tank Top is not gonna be on par with those units. That's why I'm ranking Tank Top a bit lower than them. So I guess Tank Top is justified as an S tier unit. Up next, my favorite unit, Atomic Samurai. I still don't need to explain how insane this unit is. All that damage and shatter with a golden ball, I think this combo is the best by far in the game. They can instantly just delete your backlines and front lines in just one go. I think there's no question on how good Atomic Samurai is as a unit, so I'm not gonna go in depth to him too much, and you know where Atomic will land. Next up, I'll be talking about Geryu Gunshop. So I think Geryu Gunshop is gonna remain in his position. He is still a B class SSR. I think that skill that lets you seal one energy could be actually useful, but when you think of it, it's only useful against comps like Genos, Dr. Genos. That's how useful it could be. That's the most use it could actually give you. But if you're gonna have something like Child Emperor, I think he's not gonna be as effective because sealing one energy is not gonna have much impact on the game. That's why I think he is one of the most irrelevant SSRs right now. I think he is one of the weakest SSRs you could actually use. So I think there's no question that Gyurenge Shop is just a B class. So next up, I'll be talking about Puri Puri Prisoner. I think Puri Puri Prisoner is still gonna be in B tier for now. I know a lot of people are gonna be crying, oh, he's so good in late game. But not a lot of people is gonna reach that point of the game. But that's why I'm ranking any lower. I think Amai Mask is gonna be a better pick-off backline unit than Puri Puri is. It's just my opinion. And I think Puri Puri is still gonna be in B tier because he doesn't really give that much to your team. He's pretty much more of an assassin despite his looks. And there's a lot of better pick-off units than Puri Puri Prisoner. Sorry for those Puri Prisoner whiners. I'm not gonna change my stand on Puri Puri Prisoner. So next up, I'll be talking about Sonic. So after playing the game more, I think Sonic is not as good as everyone see him to be. I think he will land at around B. I think Sonic is one of the bad SSRs you could actually get because he does not give too much to your team, though he's really good in club challenges and a lot of challenges, but Sonic does not do too well in PvP and PvE compared to most of the SSR units in this tier list. So I think Sonic is gonna be in B tier because he does not give too much to your team, and accelerating a teammate adjacent is still a 50%. It's still not yet a guarantee that you could accelerate your teammates. That's why I think Sonic goes down to the tier list because of that reason. Sonic does not give you too much in PvP and PvE, but he gives you a lot in club challenges and a lot of challenges in the game. I think he's one of the best units to have in doing these challenges. So next up, I'll be talking about the newest unit in the game, and it is Boros. In my opinion, Boros is just gonna be an S tier unit. I think there's no question on how this unit can hit like a truck. He can instantly delete most of the units given that he has very high attack and you have a lot of espers in your team. He's gonna be a really annoying unit to deal with. But I guess the only downside why I put him there, because most likely if you play Boros in PvP, the chances that he could pick off a core unit on that lineup is really low since he attacks frontline, so he's most likely to get a tank off if he kills one. And I don't think that in this meta of high damage based units, I think picking off a tank does not give as much significance than picking off a carry unit. That's why I cannot rank Boros any higher. He has a really good sustain and is a really good hero, but just because of his single target in the front line, it made him a tad weaker than most of the SSRs in this tier list. So that is it, guys, for this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel right now. And tell me in the comment section down below what kinds of One Punch Man contents you want me to tackle next in my next videos. So once again, peace out.
いい加減にしてください。